So I took the class Prayers That Heal the Heart, and Sharika was teaching it, and I believe she said it was her first time teaching that class. Mm-hmm. And before so I've been a part of Sunadif maybe since the fall, and before I took the Prayers That Heal the Heart class, I actually met Sharika through, well, I guess we'd seen each other at church, but I was at like a small gathering that we were doing in the Front Porch Cafe to go over some of the new, just like the mission statement for our church. And we were having an open discussion with everybody in the room. And I mentioned during that discussion that it can be really difficult to break into our church, break into it, even though I've been here for a year. And at the end of that, Sharika came up to me and said, "Hey, I noticed that we're in the choir, but together, but I've never really met you, and we've never really talked." And she was the first person who I love my church, but she was the first person who ever came up to me and actually was interested in really getting to know me without some sort of prompting from somebody else or another reason to do it. And that just made me feel so loved and known, and I just feel that's not, Sharika does that not just with me, but with so many people, because she really sees people and really cares about them. And you were saying, Meredith, she sees the person who isn't talking really loudly all the time. And I can sing in front of 1,000 people, but a lot of times I don't really, you might see me in a room and I might not be saying a whole lot, but that's just because I'm tired or I'm thinking a lot. I don't like small talk, but Sharika sees that person too, and I think that's a gift that God's given her to see people, and not just see them, but to see what God sees for them. Mm-hmm. And she's always trying to pull us into living out what God has for us. Mm-hmm. She sees the potential, and she calls you out. But in a kind way, because kindness is really calling someone forth to be who God has made them to be. Mm-hmm. And so through that class, Prayers That Heal the Heart, I was going through a couple different things that had just started during that 2-month span, and she would check on me and would just say, "How are you doing?" I remember one day I walked in and I hadn't told anybody. I was going through a physical thing, and I hadn't told anybody about it. And she's like, "Hey, you okay?" And I was trying really hard to look like everything was fine, and she just knew something was going on. And I think that again is just God has given her a gift and she's using it. Mm-hmm. And so I just want us to support her, because when God blesses you with something, or when he anoints you and you actually go out and do it, he's doing his work. Mm-hmm. Because it's what he's purposed to do. So I just see that so much in Sharika, and she's been a blessing to me, definitely, but also a blessing to so many other people. So, thank you.